I'm going to be walking you through the Orion S-band system. I am a certified INCO flight controller. I helped fly the Artemis I mission from the INCO console, controlling the S-band system.
I actually, in grad school, talked a little bit about satellite links and took some classes on this stuff, but most of it has been here for ISS.
Sure, perfect. Jeremy?
Yeah, similar. Most of my previous experience just VHF and UHF.
Awesome. Great. Well, hopefully we can take some of that stuff, especially with the ISS side.
Cycles, whichever one is secondary, they go together.
I think if you maybe twizzle down to it, it's another commandable field. There you go. Yeah, and then you can just manually select what string you want to look at there. Display as well. They'll be under sys, com, S-band, and antenna.
Around. So the current, what we see now that it says NOM, but it's in the darker gray font.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, it's grayed out. You guys can ignore it. Everything's looking good. We've got the search, acquire, and track status. This is actually a different pointing mode that we can put the vehicle in. You can see right now we're in the GNC pointing mode. We do have access to BFS pointing as well. That's the backup flight software pointing. Right now, as far as I understand, there's really no use cases for that BFS pointing mode. We would still be utilizing the SAP pointing mode even in a BFS circumstance.
Standing is also an option, and we do have like 2-inch risers out there because
the first part of this class will be taught here outside of the crew seats, where we will go over the components and the interfaces for the Orion audio system. On, off, or reset. If there is a trip, you can set a reset. There is discussion to where MPO is besides into that, besides a pass or a fail, but mission control will, and we will. So if we're going to ascend, in that phase we'll change it, orbit, etc. If you do try and reduce the alarm level, either for your headset or for your speaker, and then when you guys send those, and you have your AIUs, you will be using your on-orbit headset. And then remember, since you guys are pushed to talk, you guys can use your rotational hand, your art. For now, it is a little iffy. So after Prox Ops demo, you guys can just resend the orbit config.
5, 6. I only broke box on the 2, I think. So this headset's got a great feel, not a great.
Let me try mic. But do we have anything plugged into the mic right now? No, right?
Regardless of, it's active when you're on like push talk or Vox, so I believe that's why you're hearing your side tone. But I will.
and when they set up the crew station for the lesson, they'll configure the seat to be really sized. So that's the.
So if you guys have the lead, hey, are you going to come in for the break or are you going to do a straight in?
Yeah.
And if you say we're going to do a straight in, then I'm going to assume like I'll take separation, you'll land, I'll go around. I'll come in low, go around, and then full stop.
And it is, I like that, even though we won't have time, it's good to talk it, because if we're in a land as soon as possible, we may have a lot of going on, so,
Yep, sounds good. If we have an ejection situation, we'll be on-scene commanders for each other, for our wingmen, but then we'll also make sure that we don't create or compound the problem by, we'll set a bingo, we'll set a minimum altitude, 2,500 feet, I believe in the SOP, and then we'll stick to that, and then we'll bingo out and leave to go to whatever airport, Alliance or here, or somewhere in between. With the good radios to it. So I don't expect Nordo to be too big of it. That's more if we wind up being a single ship. With 2 aircraft, we should be able to get radio.
How are you, sir?
Fantastic. Yourself?
Excellent.
Didn't mention it in the brief, but I'll probably kick you guys off.
I don't know why that was
sounds great.
so popular. So many
Summertime weather has been hard on me. And are you gonna have intake covers and all that stuff put on there? Okay.
Sounds good.
I need to give you my thumbs up. Why don't I give you my thumbs up? Spooled up and let the FMS warm up go, bits go, and then that way, by the time we jump in and get started, we'll have a heading, get the alignment real quick. So GPS and then the heading should be pretty good, quicker. So as long, and that's a hunk of metal
Yeah.
right there. So then you can call center, and I'll try to give you a talk on real quick too. But if it's clear that it's like something holding us from climbing or descending, I'll give you the snap. Boom, we can call them, let them know, and then they might give us our action, and then
Yeah.
I'll try to talk you on. We'll play that one by ear, but
Yep, I get.
we can land opposite directions. So we'll do what we think the runway and you should
Yeah.
be, but it won't always be the case with big airports.
Absolutely.
So we'll try. But if we hit the initial approach fix, the tower will know what we're doing. For an intercom failure, we'll troubleshoot. Okay, the PAO make it. Yeah, it was good. It was fun. Thank you. I like Fergie. I didn't spend a lot of time with Fergie.
3 or something.
Yoga with me. Downward dog. Downward. He was downward puppy.
Do leadership stuff,
Yeah.
but anyway.
I actually do know a lady who's retiring pretty soon.
Okay.
Allison. So I could.
Just
I could talk to
interested
her
in
for
some,
sure. Yeah.
just
She was
interested in some
she was a car
contacts.
driver, also.
Yeah.
Hey, I
Yeah.
get a
But
picture
she
of
was,
your
I
before you get up?
think she was teaching
Both of
weapons
us?
there, and then
Okay. Hey, Sonny, get a picture. Cool. Okay.
Awesome.
Well, take all the time you need. If you wanna just deal with that,
Yeah.
and if you want, I can take some stuff up here too. I got
Okay.
nothing but my normal
yeah, I'm
bag.
just gonna split up a couple things.
Okay.
Give me a second.
Take all a little later, and then wherever the weather's good after that. probably coming back this way to get out of Florida.
And an extra flight suit.
All right.
Sure. I always like help. Gotta get in the picture with me. Awesome.
Some people don't want assistance, as you know.
What's that?
Some people don't want assistance.
All right. I'd like to see the Patriots got their butts kicked yesterday. Oh, it's terrible. Preseason.
Yes.
I got you.
Have you loud and clear?
I got you loud and clear as well, sir.
Ready for lights?
I am. I'm ready for lights.
In that case, you need to clear that, or you need to get it open so that air can move into the lungs. So there's different things that can affect your control of your airway as well. So in addition to like an actual mechanical obstruction, like it's swollen and I can't pass air through, and they're gonna be like, they might be fighting with you, they may be really confused because the rest of their brain just isn't getting enough oxygen, right? And then you've got to support them until that comes back. And so then once that's in, you can do your ambu bag. If you get a seal, then you can bag for him. And just till the chest rises.
Photos, quick.
Perfect.
Look
And
at
you're
that
really just
chest
enough,
rise.
and you can kind of feel in the tactile feel of the bag how much resistance you have. Do this. We'll split up. And he's got, of course, the plastic face, so
Bagger.
good.
Look at that chest
And now,
rise.
Reid, if you want to get your stethoscope, you can listen to the breath sounds because we've got our airway.
How are
There is
they
a
doing?
little gurgling at the end, but the initial breath sounds wonderful.
great.
Okay,
Wow.
perfect. Yep. Reflex. So that's where you would listen,
Okay.
watch the chest rise and make sure it's symmetric.
so I like every-
Look at your in like the upper airway
For
part.
now, we'll start with hooking a 10 milliliter syringe
If you're
to
gonna put a
that
breathing tube
blue
in,
end, so
there's
you'll
some
depress and turn.
adjuncts or something
Uh,
of the esophagus. So the esophagus is back here. It's soft. It goes to your
And then
stomach.
that's just a sterile
This goes to
cap.
your
I like
lungs.
to have mine loosened.
So that's what makes this very difficult is because you need to lift up all this soft tissue, all of this, so that you can get a clear view into the trachea.
So 20 or 18 in the ER. So go ahead and
So
open
So you're
it.
saying 20 and 18 is a larger
Um,
than normal.
yeah, the harder
Normally,
time.
are you?
Yeah, so maybe if they're staying long term in the hospital.
And
Yeah, I'll show you.
you're placing this
So
right
this
here
cap, you just-
in that
Oh,
notch
okay.
and lifting up so that you can see.
Okay.
You need to
Let me
get
move
into
my
a space. So you use an introducer to get into the space, and then that your tube goes on top of it, and you pull the introducer out.
Chronically sick.
If you have someone that has a lot of, so this is like a Foley catheter where you've got a balloon to hold it
But
in
if you
place
can
once
get
you're
them,
in
you have
there.
an easier time than perfect.
I need to get that under so that I can
Yeah.
pull that.
That's probably as far as you're gonna be able to go. Usually adults are around 22 centimeters
No, I mean,
in,
I
so you
just
can
need
kind of
to
look at
make
your
the
tube and say
process
we're at
way
You need
better.
to practice.
whatever our depth is.
Do you
So
have
now-
to switch hands or not?
just
You don't
gonna
necessarily
try and
have
just
to.
see what
When
that
you do
feels
it?
like.
But when
It
I
goes
do-
further in the mannequin.
It will go very far, even on a
So
person,
you don't
so,
even want it. You want to
You don't
stop
have
at
to
the
explain it.
22.
right. So just
So-
pull out just enough to where it's, you know.
Yep,
You
up
have
at
your
the
turn
top,
on.
and then it gets to both Y's.
You're now
So once you
going
take that
to be
off,
feeling
we're gonna
around in the
secure,
arm,
so once you put this
general
tube in,
areas
keep
where
it
you
there,
get one.
hold it there.
Most of the time in the emergency
Um,
department, we need
we're
a
gonna
big
inflate the
IV,
balloon
and we
to
also
keep
need to go
it
higher
in
up on that
place.
arm because of CAT scan
and that just inflating that balloon down below. And this happens. Feel how much more efficient that is.
Oh, that feels
in the
great.
back. I mean, you need to use
Yeah.
just a quarter.
And then I
of
also want to
volume
find
get that
where
chest
it is
so
the most
this is
straight.
the most efficient way to
So you
do
don't
it.
want something,
Yep.
you don't want to go
Um,
right underneath
It
something that
also
immediately
obviously
curves
will
off
find its
somewhere.
way. Before we
Be the
do
best
all
way.
of this
The
on
inside,
fusion, you'll be
out,
able to
big
use
circles.
just the regular blind insertion ones.
Okay.
Okay. We'll give
Shove
that
it
about
down.
30
That's
seconds to
it.
dry.
Okay.
No extra hardware. A mechanical vent, and it can be really very efficient.
Okay.
You can correct a lot of issues in the metabolic system as well by ventilating them a certain way because your CO2.
Rotate.
That way it's ready to go.
Okay.
And now you can depress your flush.
Do you actually want me to flush?
Yeah, just a little bit's fine. And it should go nice and smooth. If you're meeting
It's way
resistance,
easier on a person
You're not in the vein.
you're not in the vein.
Yep.
Or
Okay.
blue.
And then Jeremy
Opposite.
do the assist.
Opposite. Okay, so over.
Yeah. And I like,
Does it go like
I'll
there?
show you
or-
where.
Okay, yeah, show me. You don't have to.
the tape.
Yeah, ideally they have dentures and you can pull them out, right?
Oh, that's awesome. Sometimes these are kind of
There you go.
finicky, so you might need to add more.
22. There's 22. Okay.
You know,
Yeah, we'll just reuse
the
for
lungs are
training
good,
purposes.
and we listen over the
I'll
stomach
sort out
to make
that.
sure that air's not going in there. So like 1, 2, 3, able to feel like.
And then this, I feel like I'm gonna have to let go to get this attached, right?
Yeah, so you can, you don't know, you no longer need to occlude, so you can let go and exactly. I like to hold that catheter so that I can twist that on.
Pressure was really high, sometimes this didn't happen.
All right, and then we're also just
So in that
to,
case, you wanna create a
for
hole.
completeness,
Sometimes if it's a
we're probably gonna
penetrating
wrap this
trauma, you
up
still
about like that.
create
Yeah,
a large
yeah,
hole.
wherever it kind of naturally.
Because hole-
And then get like
So,
a nice coband.
If you had a penetrating trauma, and you had to make this hole, a lot of times it's for blood.
We'll
to
try
get
and
blood
get you
out.
one of these in
Because
there.
you gotta get air and blood
Penetrating
out.
trauma might have already reclosed or something.
Breakfast, lunch, dinner, breakfast, lunch, dinner. So you basically have like 3 days in a bob. Each of you will have like 3 days in a bob. So you can each take your own bob out. Except that first couple meals, you'll share a bob.
Okay. Today?
Yes.
Okay, so we got beverage, breakfast, fruit, nut, and rehydratable meat.
Right. The extended bread products, they do have an oxygen scavenger, so.
PCBs.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Just sipping that, I'm in no tune. Just taking one sip of that, I am right back.
Speaking of which, I do have a question. Will we be able to do custom coffee as opposed to Kona?
Yeah, like, how much he's typing
Do you
is
want
making
us
me
to
nervous.
start drinking?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Oh yeah, so you click Kona, so this is Kona coffee, and then you click.
Okay, breakfast sausage, cinnamon
And then the
bun,
cinnamon bun
couscous with
And
nuts.
couscous with nuts, yes.
Let's start.
Okay.
Can I have that back?
So the couscous is a rehydratable product, and that was one of the.
Like, I've done the oatmeal cold. I know what it's like cold. Well, that's granola. Same.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be more of a challenge on HLS getting calories. Oh. But we're trying to get those foods and just.
Is this idea?
The what of you?
When did Clarence Sam's come and get? I'll bring it in. I still have it at home. It's hilarious.
I wonder how much you can gain in 10 days.
Well, I'm gonna try.
We will find out.
We will come.
Not really.
Oh, good.
We were
That's
really
great.
good at picking.
I'm surprised we're
what came off the
consistent.
menu. It was our information, right?
So that'd be like trail mix too, or like the peanut chocolate.
Take a while. You have to heat it up for them to rehydrate.
Everything should rehydrate in 15 minutes or less.
With potentially be able to use the warmer, we
Well-
would probably want to know if I'm going to order all grits and.
Can't eat.
Well,
it'll
the,
just
the
not
whole
be
point is to
rehydrated
see what's
well,
palatable.
right.
So I think that's
Yeah.
a big part of that.
So if we
Yeah.
do this again, like something to consider for Artemis III is rehydrate the stuff room temperature, and then maybe have an option to heat certain things up. Like I don't plan to use the food warmer every time. I just don't think it's logistically possible.
But then it does become more palatable when it is warmed up. I would say give it to us, rehydrate it off of ambient temperature, and if there's chunks in it, let us see how it's going to be. Oh my god, that's awesome.
That's like as I have.
Yep. Yeah, we got quite a bit left.
What
We have
about
half an
oatmeal?
hour
Same
left.
as
Thank you
grits?
very much
Is it?
for.
So oatmeal was
feeding
one of
us
the things I
lunch.
was happy
Yep.
to eat cold.
That's
Otherwise,
okay.
I like mine al dente.
I'm very surprised to hear about the fork.
Was there?
Well,
I never used my
probably
fork.
won't have salad. Yeah, but I was curious. Oh, of course not. Yeah, that's why I mean, even less of a reason. Did you hear?
Like I said, with the fork, you know, are we gonna be able to, like, for our mission, I don't think, whatever, you know, he may have a different opinion, but we probably don't need forks. And we're tight on mass and volume, so getting rid of 4 forks is.
Beef patty? I freaking loved beef patty.
Really? Oh, just make it
Loved
end.
it. No, so good. I would just eat them by themselves. Just.
Is there
I
any more
loved
coffee?
everything I ate.
The cinnamon.
Yeah, that's
So, question, you don't have to worry about taking anything from me until the tap money.
That's great. Very good. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10.
May not work for me, but I'm ready to survive in there. It's all given. Like 6 million gallons of water.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I shared with Jim. I let him pull his back.
Engineer Christine's Victor, so if you have any suit-related thing, feel free to talk to either of us, obviously.
Legs in?
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How are you? Pretty good. How you doing?
Inlet. It's interesting.
As soon as I feel something get cold.
Typically, we see the line.
Say again?
They've got a sensor on the return side. They can see what's coming back from there.
Okay.
So they're watching it come down.
All right, point your toes. Let us know if you get stuck or you need any help.
Actually, let's see. Can you just try to twist it so it points the other way?
Right, but once we pressurize,
If not, no worries. Talk to me?
get after it.
You said you tightened one and didn't tighten the other?
Check that.
So what did we do on this? I did that one, but not this one.
Okay.
Okay, just do they feel equal?
Okay, yeah, okay. That's snug. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. A little less, a little less. Yeah, perfect. Just do that on both of them and see.
Donnie helmet.
Thanks, Bo.
Egressing. Helping friends.
And so you're like life raft, CSK,
Okay.
radios, and now you're trying to hold on to the radio and take it with you.
In the
If you can,
separately.
if your suit is important for you guys to recognize, this is how much time we have to wait until we can even consider egressing. And we're waiting for the call out with that final kicker bag.
Check each other. I think we did it verbally, but if you just, I mean, I think we could also do that verbally pretty easily. Because that's my next thing too.
I'm start the timer. We marked 15 seconds, but I didn't do anything with that time.
Yes, we should have looking like yes. It is mine.
Hey, Jeremy. Yes, sir. Whatever size glove this is, next time could I go up one? I did have a very good Thanksgiving. Thank you very much. I'm sure you didn't.
If you could help disconnect those cords.
You gotta get me into help.
They're gonna have a glove hand.
What are our thoughts coming?
When they go back on,
I got nothing. It was great. I think the rep was awesome. I want to jump in and do it again while it's fresh.
I know.
Okay.
Like, I need a lot more practical seats.
I completely locked.
Okay.
I'm over there, or I'm doing away with stowage.
Yes.
Did you rotate your RHC up as well? Yeah, this was
Non-training event thing that Mike and I did. I struggled with, but I eventually got it. But I tried.
Okay. Are you guys wanting to do side head one more time, or shall we do docking?
Yeah, I feel good. You good with that? You good?
What do you think? So you got to take the gear out. We do have a dry bag for you.
Okay.
For this run, if you want to put the
Was it in there that
radio.
time?
We'll make
We should put it in the other one,
that
just
way
in
it gets
case we lose a
separated.
CSK.
I will get you whether it's smoke or box. So, we'll get you that so that you can put it in the box. To make sure you put it in. Yeah, I have your knife. Since
Okay.
You don't have the pocket. So
Okay.
when you get to the top, I will hand that to you.
Okay.
We didn't get a chance to talk to your top hat firm. So based off of what you guys did in shirt sleeves, is there anything you want to carry forward or anything you want to change from what?
So a handoff, just like I did the ladder jobs. Just the best effort on that. That's kind of all I learned from that. When you asked why we got so much slack, now that I look at, I think that's just what we're gonna get, a whole bunch of slack. As soon as I unhook that thing up top.
Oh, a bunch of other slack. So yeah, let's go. Yeah,
Tell me when.
I'm
Tell
not
me when to hook it.
sure. The only thing I undid was the thing I handed.
Oh, to hand to me.
So
It does
there
undo-
were no other steps.
Yeah.
There's one who's rogering up those commands coming from
I'm
those
kinda
two, just so
tracking the
you're
check.
monitoring all
Okay.
that. I think
Okay.
that's really
So
smart.
if
Okay,
I
yep.
don't hear at least, or I'll expect to hear just you, and if I don't, I'll repeat it till I hear you.
I like it.
Yep.
And then the one exception was
Yes.
So and actually that's a good one. So I heard you two, and I don't know if I stepped on you when we started. I think you actually called Houston, and so that's
Probably
the one.
did.
I was like, ton of them, and I think you.
I give you a thumbs up.
That's what it was. It was
Yep.
thumbs up. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, I was a bit slow on acknowledging that one, so that needs to come up quicker. The other thing I noticed again, like I think nominally we need to see what this looks like nominally, but like in that scenario, we'll already be, once we know we're stable one. On and. No, I'd like to strap. I want to strap in even if it takes an extra 5 minutes.
Got it.
Okay. There we go. So that's normally how it's supposed to.
okay. Okay. All right, holding on over here. Wait a second. Okay, and we're going to pause.
That's possible.
Okay, pausing. So, got my
Toes up,
toes
heels
up,
off,
a little bit of
knees
a bend in
soft.
my
Where are your
knees.
hands?
I've got one left here, right, is holding the angel beacon. So
This thing. Yep. So that thing. So that way it doesn't come up and hit you in the face.
okay.
Now we're aiming for the middle, like you said, and good to go.
Morning line.
Oh, two ways.
Okay. Okay. Yep, that makes sense.
You can watch all your friends.
Okay, take our paws on the edge. Left hand. Right hand. Yep. Ready to heels, toes.
Ready?
You're good. Okay, right hand, left hand. Toes soft, heels up off the side, up off the capsule, and up. Good to go. Yeah, trying to consider the other.
You can do it! Come on, little guy.
Something that's not there.
They're not like
Okay, neck ring, covering, aiming, soft knees,
Toes up off the capsule.
toes up.
Okay.